I do specific drill progressions, and whether those drills are thinking about the ground, because I've talked a lot about in the past that we want to utilize the ground and we want to stay connected to the ground, and we hear a lot of terms like ground force and all of these things, and then we put our shoes or spikes or whatever on, and you're not necessarily getting the 120% exact feedback that you're trying to get. So again, being completely serious, I'm super good. I'm super okay with throwing barefooted. One off season I bought the minimalist shoes, the ones with the toe things, but there's not going to be a better ground awareness for you personally unless you're 100% grounded, right? So for me, this kind of is good motor control patterns for, okay, that's what the ground feels like. All right, I'm digging in with my whole entire foot, and then as I come down from my leg lift, I want to still engage that heel, and I still want to stay connected. Again, when we wear shoes, man, you can sit there and say stay connected, and you can make the argument for, well, we pitch in cleats, but when it comes to establishing these motor control patterns, we need to first get that feeling, get that sensation for what that is, because then we can't get that unless we really overemphasize the fact. So again, for me, driving kind of that foot into the ground, and that's not necessarily meaning like go into a single leg squat or whatever, but it's just driving that foot into the ground, almost pulling the ground with my toes, and then pressing in with that heel, and then I just have the stick mobility out, just kind of give me that counterbalance of, all right, so when I go into that drive, when I start that drive phase, okay, that's the ground, that's the feeling that I want. Boom. So again, just a little tip. I've recommended a lot of guys throw barefoot. Obviously there's potential disasters that can happen with sprinkler heads at parks. I've been there, but I've gotten really good feedback from guys just throwing barefoot, and doing a lot of things, whether it be constraint drills or even just regular throwing barefoot. I know a lot of stadiums these days are like cathedrals with turf, which is great. 2018 I played, my home stadium was a turf field. It was fantastic. I threw almost every throwing session besides bullpens with those minimalist shoes, and it was great. But again, just kind of throwing that out there if you guys want to take that and incorporate it and see if it helps. Again, these are for those guys that really don't have an understanding for the ground and get disconnected really easy, and then you see a breakdown with those hips. And again, just kind of a tip, take it for what it's worth. Much love. See ya.